That is a way to capture a moment with your camera that you can share with others. But I can say that when I talk to the Maasai, if they sat me down and showed me a video of the times a lion took out one of their cows and they had to fight it, it would be a still experience. It would be crazy to watch, but it would be sterile and still. And when I sit with my dear friends and they tell me about the fear, about how their heart increased as this lion came charging at them because their dog had attacked it and the dog had run back to them for help, to give the main example I have, you feel it coming through their voice and you enjoy the experience. And even then, the experience of hearing the story from a Maasai in the middle of the night by a fire becomes quite a profound memory. But if I'd recorded it, or if he'd recorded it and showed me a video, it becomes still. Because we don't often experience video and photo with our entirety, because it's 2D. There's no smell, there's no feeling for it, you know?
Many tribes of a modern kind doing brand new work. Same spirit by side, joining hearts and hands in ancestral twine, ancestral twine. Many tribes of a modern kind doing brand new work. Same spirit by side, joining hearts and hands in ancestral twine.
Some of the local kids are with Fritzy while I'm having some time. If Fritzy's not with me and I sit to record a video, you guarantee, I don't know how it is that my timing always works that way, that children and people will come and start asking me for things, and so Fritzy's standing talking to them. So, and that means that I don't have to go over and listen to what's been happening today, or compliment them on how much firewood they've collected, etc. You know. So children want to show you whatever work they do, by the way. Here, if a child's collecting firewood, they want to show you how much they collected. If you're in a school, they want to show you how good their picture is. Children are the same everywhere you go. Every setting, I find they are the same. Beautifully innocent and with a craving for admiration, attention and praise. It's a very natural state for all of us, in fact, even into adulthood, I dare say. So choose your words wisely when you are talking with people, because everybody craves that. Even if when they are older it's not there, everyone likes to be admired. So on that topic of the children being here, I don't often, when I'm around Uchira, I don't carry I used to at first, I don't carry a camera, because I built a relationship between me and the village in the early days with a camera between it, and it was horrendous. It was not healthy. So I changed the way that I operate. And yesterday I posted on Instagram a video, and I was saying it was some old footage I took that I thought was beautiful, of a sunset with an elephant, etc. I mean, I think everybody would find it beautiful. I said in the post, which I thought I'd just say it now, capturing something and experiencing something don't go together well. We take cameras, and cameras are magic, you know. I can capture me now, my thoughts, and deliver them to you. And how great it would be if ancient spiritual teachers had video. Because there's no way you can have discussion and argument about, for instance, the translations of the Bible, etc. Because no one can mistranslate, misconstrue my words in a video and my words delivered as they are. And if anyone thinks that I ever have any divine insight or anything of that nature, which is why we have predominant ancient spiritual texts to what survived the most on the planet, then they hear it directly from what I'm saying, no contortion. So there's a magic to it and a beauty to the technology. And it's an improvement in many ways on the written words in that sense, because in the realm of storytelling and story keeping, in the tribes here, the histories are kept with storytelling. And to have digital storage of storytelling is quite a profound thing. It's quite an advancement for society, because even in wherever we are as a species in 100,000 years, we'll still have records that are physically captured of me and my feeling from my heart, untainted, my message completely untainted. So with that aside, the problem that you then face is an obvious one for many, but you put something between you and reality. You put something between you and this, and thus you don't actually experience it. And here I see tourists on safari, we're all guilty of it, but they snap, and they're taking photos of everything from start till finish. And I want to go over to the car and say, hey, you'll do yourself a favor if you put your camera down and you generate the memories, the stories that can only be repeated with your words. Because you're generating the memory of taking a picture of an elephant, taking a picture of a lion. When you choose to put the camera down, you create a different memory. You create the memory of experiencing the elephant, the lion, the wildlife, the view, whatever. And to experience it is to store it in your soul. And it gives you passion and vibrance when you come back off holiday to tell people, I saw this amazing big Tusker elephant standing there with this glorious sunshine above him and baobab tree. Or you show them a picture and they go, wow, that's nice. And we ruin our expression. We ruin one of our core technologies, which is our language, because of cameras, because we segment reality with it. And if I could just stop tourists and tell them, don't take pictures all of the time. When you arrive at a scene, try and feel it, because you don't experience things with your eyes and your brain unless you are programmed into the matrix of the Western systems. You experience things with everything. Your emotions, your sight, your sound, your smell, your touch, the warmth of the sun on your skin. You feel all of it. And you feel it all at once. You don't feel it by lining up with your eyes what your brain thinks looks beautiful and clicking a button. You align it with all of what you are. And then if you decide that moved you, then you can take an image. Then you can take a picture. Now, it doesn't always work like that. If you're doing wildlife photography and you've got a quick glimpse of a leopard, you might want to get a picture of it. I've been there. However, and it is a big however, that is a way to capture a moment with your camera that you can share with others. But I can say that when I talk to the Maasai, if they sat me down and showed me a video of the times a lion took out one of their cows and they had to fight it, it would be a still experience. It would be crazy to watch, but it would be sterile and still. And when I sit with my dear friends and they tell me about the fear, about how their heart increased as this lion came charging at them because their dog had attacked it and the dog had run back to them for help, to give the main example I have, you feel it coming through their voice and you enjoy the experience. And even then, the experience of hearing the story from a Maasai in the middle of the night by a fire becomes quite a profound memory. But if I'd recorded it, or if he'd recorded it and showed me a video, it becomes still. Because we don't often experience video and photo with our entirety, because it's 2D. There's no smell, there's no feeling for it, you know? You don't feel the vibration of the elephant's cry in a video. You don't feel it rattling your chest. But I can describe it to you. And thus, this is just my example, or my thing is, as you go out into the world with a camera, respect its magic. I mean, I love cameras and what it's doing for the world. But at the same time, understand that it's imprisoning and unboxing you inside an electronic prison if, and especially if, you are unable to discern when a moment is for you and when a moment is to be captured and shared. Because a lot of us have such profound experiences and moments here in life. We have a phone, I do it too. I want to pull it out and take a picture to show everybody that I know and love. But sometimes it's just for you. The experience is for you. And it gives you more individual importance than being a collective bee in a beehive, as what social media does to us, is how I perceive it. And thus, use cameras, of course, but my advice is, make sure you capture reality with something more than your camera. Make sure you capture reality and create memories that can only be shared with storytelling. Because when you can story tell your adventure, you've experienced your adventure. But I know people who will go on safari here and they'll go back to Europe or America or China or wherever, Australia. And people say, how was it? And they say, it was amazing, it rocked my world. But realistically, the memories were a bit fragmented because it was always this, trying to catch it. So if you do safari with us, when our company is launched, I would say that in my welcome pack, I would say, take at least 1.5 a day where you don't touch a camera. To breathe it in, to feel it, to know it. And to create the stories that allow us to write blogs or enthuse people about our adventures. Or record a video and tell you about it. And actually, I love storytelling. And it's important that we don't lose that by simply showing photos. Showing photos can be a very boring pastime for people, looking at holiday snaps. It's dull. For many people even know it jokingly to be dull. But if I sit you down and try to tell you my adventures, my stories, likelihood is you'll engage me more. And that's truly how it should be. Humans sitting around a campfire, sharing their stories of the day, of the year, of the month. We need that reintegrating into us. And social media is trying hard with live streams and community gatherings to do that. But it's always 2D and still. It's always a lesser experience than coming out here. Because experiencing reality and capturing reality really often don't go very well together at all. I love you all. God bless, guys. Bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, as it really helps us to grow the channel and with it help more children here in Tanzania. Also, don't forget you can support our work by sharing with children in crisis here, be it sharing for a particular need or even sharing one-on-one support for education, housing, food and medical care. It can be done for as little as the cost of a cup of coffee a week back in the West after all. Just visit www.sharetanzania.co.uk to find out more. Lastly, remember you can also support us via Patreon, www.patreon.com/featherstail, and help keep us here in Tanzania to continue our work. The links for the website and for the Patreon are in the description box of this video. Love and light, guys. See you soon.